don't know really what to label this. I know it will be a review and thoughts, but will it be a rant or just like a review and thoughts? Because it's again one of those infection movies, virus movies, whatever you want to call it. It was a bit relatable in terms of quarantine, where people have to, what we're going through right now. Is that the virus, and this is a bit grosser. Um, but yeah, I mean, basically it's written or co-written by Christopher Landon, who did some of the paranormal films, I believe, and did Happy Death Day 1 and 2, which is um, was directed by, I guess, the guys that did the Catfish films, or films, series, MTV series. I actually like that show. But yeah, basically it's two high school sisters, Stacy and Emma. They recently moved to a suburban area in California. Their father teaches uh, high school science. Uh, Emma struggles to be social, while Stacy is more outgoing and fast. And quickly, I guess I gotta see if is that really yeah, Machine Gun Kelly. Machine Gun Kelly is in this, which his death was very stupid and could have been avoided. But I mean, yeah, it's basically this virus thing. It's technically a worm flu. It's labeled here. But basically, that's what it is. It infects people in their back of their neck, sorta, or eyes. Pretty much, if somebody spits blood on you or sprays blood on you, you're infected. I guess. Um, but it pretty much is them, the two sisters, trying to survive, but then not really. I mean, it is, but it's mainly the boyfriend of the younger sister and the younger sister trying to survive the older sister. And yeah, so like that's basically the movie, and it's really boring at the also like it's a pretty generic infection movie. It's nothing really interesting. And even when I thought it was decent in one scene, where spoilers if anybody cares, where they actually get the infection out of the sister, or so I thought. But then it's weird because um, they pursue. Oh, so she still is infected, I guess, even though they took the thing out of her. See, this movie's weird. I would have liked it had it just. If you get the infection out, then you're free of it. But no, I guess you're still infected because you can still hear the infected people. Oh, and also, I love the ending where I don't really love it, but I liked how the military was so, gung-ho about containing this thing. They're gonna they're gonna Raccoon City, this little town, where they just literally nuke the place. Drop bombs on everything. Make sure that infection, nobody lives. Can't risk it, but I'm like, two people survived at the end of this. You get in the car and they drive off to Washington. I would assume like the military would still be a bit cautious of that area. even if they did nuke it, I think they would still have it on surveillance just in case. But I guess not, because we find like Emma and her boyfriend Evan get away. I guess the mom's stuck in at the airport or something, and the dad went off somewhere. And then he calls, and then leaves a note at the end, and the sister finds it, and I know where my dad is, and mom. I guess they're in Washington with uh with their uncle or whatever. So her and her boyfriend's gonna go, and then it just ends abruptly. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay. I mean, it sort of has a decent ending, but at the same time, I didn't really care because characters did dumb decisions where you know your sister's infected, and also you let granted this Evan guy who I guess his dad's infected. So what does the young Emma girl do? She lets him in because that's her boyfriend. So she figured he can't be infected because he's Evan. And yeah, granted, it's sad when she has to kill her sister, but also I didn't care because again they made dumb decisions in this movie. Machine Gun Kelly was a lucky guy right now because he's dating Megan Fox, so he's got the touch of the fox. Uh, he's rocking the fox. Um, he was okay in this. I'm not a big fan of him. Like I know he did Camila Cabello collaboration back in the 2015. It was fine. Yeah, I thought he was decently used. I guess his character was useless. I guess he was supposed to be like a doofus, and but yeah, like everything. Again, the movie was just kind of boring. It was just scene after scene of the two sisters. They go to a party. Person's infected, then they infect people, and then military come in, and uh, then they spray like I guess a signal to know it. This either house has been dealt with, or I don't know. I would love in one of these infection movies where a character would just come clean and say, "How about yeah, I'm infected. You gotta do what's right and take me away." Or tell them that I'm infected. But no, the sister decides to say, no, I'm not infected. Which was annoying. I hate that in every single other infection movie. But yeah, the writing here I thought was really just boring, and Christopher Landon's done better. I mean, he did Freaky. He did Happy Death Day. Granted, those are more comedy horror, but he did Paranormal Activity, which was a horror. This is horror, and it's not scary at all, which is very, very disappointing. Don't get it. Um, but yeah, so not all of these Blumhouse films are amazing. And granted, I hear like a lot of people hate Blumhouse apparently movies. I like most of them. Of course, I never saw this one before, so I was curious because I heard it was the guys that did Catfish series. I thought this was found footage, but no, it's not. They shot like a normal movie, but it was just boring. So I would say skip it because it's nothing. If anything, watch Resident Evil or uh, any other infection movies. I mean, granted, they're not really zombies, but they make these weird howling sounds or creature sounds. I don't know what they were doing in that uh, basement or wherever they went to, because then at one point before she kills her sister, because she runs into the house where all these other infected people are just standing around. I guess they're feeding off this other girl. He was like a classmate of hers. It was weird. Um, I don't know what they were doing, and I guess they're blind, but they have ultra hearing, I guess, or something. The rules aren't really that interesting as well, and the look of the infected aren't really interesting. Um, Again, like it's just generic. It's pointless to even watch this, and I would never watch this again because I never watched the Resident Evil movies 1 through 3. At least it seemed like at least those three are decently somewhat in continuity with each other, whereas the rest of them are just all over the place. I don't know if this wanted to leave off on a sequel bait, because if there's a part 2, which I know there isn't, but terrible. Um, there was another infection movie I saw, like I believe a year ago, or maybe this year. I think it was last year. I can't remember of it. I can't remember the name of it. It was like a two. I think it was a cup. It was a couple where they went on. It was a beach or beach house. I want to say where that dealt with infection, which was I think that was. I don't remember. I don't think I liked it really though. I don't like the. I know I didn't like the ending. I would say that's probably a better movie a bit because it probably had gore at least. This doesn't even have gore that I can remember. Well, Machine Gun Kelly's arm gets chewed off, but it's just a lame aftermath shot. And then they bury him, which is whatever. Um, but yeah, I didn't really root for the younger sister Emma because she was stupid and made dumb decisions. She was smart and worst in some aspects, but then the rest of the movie she was just stupid. And then mourning her sister, even though there's infected in pursuit of you, you're going to just sit there and mourn your sister while they try to break the door down. And your boyfriend's trying to do the best he can, but to hold him back. And she's like, I can't leave her, even though she's dead. But it's like, granted, like she's hot, I get it, but I'm pretty sure there's other hot, non-infected chicks elsewhere. Like, she ain't the only fish in the sea, bruh. Just go. Leave her behind. Um, but yeah, I would say skip it. Just pass.